Okay guys, so I want you to go ahead and copy down each sentence in your notebook and then fill in each blank with greater than or less than so that the sentence is true. Pause the video and do this now. For number 1, the score after 2 goals is less than the score after 3. The cost to download 10 songs should be greater than the cost to download 2. The height of a first grader is less than the height of a 6th grader. A first grader should be shorter than you are. The temperature in summer is greater than the temperature in winter. It's hotter in the summer. And the time to eat lunch is greater than the time to brush your teeth. So it should not take you as long to brush your teeth as it does to eat lunch. So today we're going to talk about inequalities. Remember, what I write, you write. So we've talked about equations for the last week, and we know that equations have one solution. That means if x is 3, x is 3. But inequalities have many solutions. Okay, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. So I want you to copy down this Freyer model that we've done so many times before, nothing new. Made that one a little small, it's okay. Okay, so we're going to put inequalities in here. The definition of an inequality is a mathematical sentence that says two quantities are not equal. There are 4 symbols that we are going to use for inequalities: greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. An example would be 6 plus x, which looks like an expression that we've already talked about. But then the difference in an inequality and an equation is we're not going to have an equal sign here. Instead, we're going to have one of these symbols for whatever the left should mean to the right. Okay? Therefore, a non-example would be 6x equals 18. With inequalities, we do not have equals. Okay? So we have equality, but it's an inequality, so it's not equal. Okay? It's either greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So now we're going to do some examples together. If you have room at the bottom, you can write them down here. If not, you can flip. I'm going to flip the page. Okay? So we're going to start. Actually, before examples, I want to show you a number line. So draw this number line on your paper really quick. Okay, we have 0 in the middle. We know if we go to the left, we have negative numbers. To the right, positive numbers. So if we move to the right, we're going to get bigger. If we move to the left, we're going to get smaller. So a way to remember less than and greater than is this arrow kind of looks like an L. Can you agree? So here's an L, kind of looks like an L. And this one kind of looks like this part of a G, right? So if you go to the right, it's always greater than. To the left, less than. So to the left, less than. To the right, greater than. Okay? Alright, so now let's start with some examples. So, what is a possible number less than 3? So if you could think of numbers less than 3, what would you name off? If you said 0, 1, 2, you would be right. Okay, so if we want some number n less than 3, that's how we would write it. Because we don't want 3, we want less than 3. Okay? And then if we want a number greater than 7, we would say some number greater than 7. Because numbers greater than 7 would be 8, 9, 10, and so on. Agree? Okay. Then what if I said less than or equal to 8? We would write some number less than or equal to. So it's part of an equal sign, but it's not completely equal. 8. So that means we can include 8. Okay? So in other words, our number can be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, so on and so forth. Okay? So now, number 1. X is greater than 15. Number 2. X is greater than or equal to 15. Number 3. X is less than 6. Number 4. X is less than or equal to 6. So if you put in x greater than 15, you're correct. X greater than or equal to 15, you're correct. X less than 6, you're correct. And x less than or equal to 6, you're correct. Okay? Last thing that I want you to write is to always remember. Read inequalities from left to right. We're in America. In America, we read less than or equal to 8, not 8 to equal or than less. Right? Right. Let's use common sense, okay? Let's use what we know. All right, now what I want you to do is together we're going to look at B1. This is together. Okay? Then on your own, you're going to do AA1 on IXL. Okay, so these are your IXLs for today. So together we're going to do a few from here, and then you're going to finish it out, and then on your own you're going to do AA1. Okay?